Oh, sorry.
Hi,
Yes, that
welcome to
was.
another episode of Ouch My Money. As you can
Hello.
tell, yeah, today is New Year special, so all of us is super lazy and it just like forget it lah. Just all come on together. Okay, to all our viewers, a very happy almost New Year. Today we're just going to. I know everyone is very excited about the year. Maybe not very excited, lah, but anyway, everyone is having fun, etc., etc., or maybe coming up with their entire list of New Year resolutions. But we decided that we will just pop in for a short while, just to say Happy New Year to you guys, and also to talk about our reflections. This is such a cheap title. I'll just go last words for the year because usually we have last words for the episode, right? And then we were just discussing about what to do, since we're all like so bored at home. Okay,
Yeah.
so last words for the year. So later, Rachel, you wanna go or not?
I'm thinking go where? We can only go until 10:30, right? If you're going drinking, because yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
You can come my house
Your
or
house very the far.
very far,
Super
right?
far.
Your house is okay. We can go to town, lor. Like
Jurong
like
must be
like
wondering. This is our
near the
reflection for
Bugis,
the
near the Bugis. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
when
are
we
making
first
important
this girl
plans.
start going on, and then I'm just being sideline sitting here listening to these two girls
Well,
talking.
we did
They're
ask you,
not
but you don't want to
reflecting when
come
they're talking
out.
about having a party.
No, we did
Yeah.
ask you, but you don't want to come out. What? It's your loss, what?
Actually, if we go Bugis or anywhere, Jurong can join us also. What?
Junho doesn't want because he's lazy. He haven't showered yet.
Well, huh?
Have you showered? No. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, then you can just go already, what?
Let's
Maybe he's
finish
not
this
interested
show
to go out
first.
with us, like Rachel 算了 lah. Okay, this for the viewers, Ultra Money is very seldom scripted, so this is usually what goes on behind the scenes lah before we come on to the live show. Talking about stuff that has nothing to do with Ultra Money, that doesn't make us sound smart, etc. etc. But who gives a shit? Okay, so anyway, um, okay, my reflections and reviews for year 2021. It sounds like I'm an accountant,
Why
But
accountant? What
reviews
has
for year
reflection?
2021.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, maybe sounds like my performance review end of the year, when my boss sends me the dreaded email. Can you please review your own performance? I'm like, I have still not understood the point of that, but never mind, it's okay. For year 2021, okay, what I'm going to do, okay, all of us can have whatever format you all want now, okay? So Rachel and Chunho, however you want to structure your reflections and review. For me, I'm just going to talk about the most interesting things or the things that blew my mind the most from running Ultra Money. For those of you guys who have been following us, you will know that I am the non-financial person of the group. Yeah, so the first thing that blew my mind was learning about NFTs. I had no idea what NFTs were. So that really blew my mind. And also about um, I think the metaverse and all that. And now I see how the metaverse and the cryptocurrency and the NFTs are tied together. So it's kind of like an ecosystem by itself, right? So it's kind of like it can run. It complements each other. Let's just put it that way. So that's something that I learned from running out my money, and from Ultra Money, I also learned how hard I have to knock so that the viewers can hear the knocks. And the last thing that I learned is don't be stupid, lor. I think that's about it for me. There are lots of things because for those of you guys who don't know, right, I love lifestyle news. I like fashion and things like that. So I'm not very caught up with financial news and what's going on in the world. But it helps when I run Out My Money, or OMM as we call it for short, because the guys, yes, we are running thanks to I have learned, sometimes I learn about news lah and stuff. So it has been really helpful for me in that way. And especially thanks to Chunho, he will be a great source of information that has been carefully curated and filtered. So that's lovely. Thanks, Chunho. And those are my reflections and review for year 2021. How about any of you guys? Rachel, is it? Rachel, number 2, go.
Yeah, I go. 2021 is an interesting year. It feels like extension for 2020, but it feels very different. But personally for me, 2021 is a very, very exciting year. This is the year, I've been running my own business for 5 years. Started my own business for the past 5 years. This is the first year that it actually hit my target. I actually hit my company, corporate target, my own company. So I was so excited. Yeah, I was so excited. And yeah, so very proud of myself. Finally hit my target. So the main thing that I noticed was how excited I was and how happy I was, that I realized that, actually there is a little bit of, because I haven't hit for the past 4 years, so unconsciously, there may be a little bit of limiting belief that maybe it won't hit one. But then the fact that at the end of the day, when I actually hit, then I realized that how happy, how excited I was. Then I realized that, okay, there's hope after all. Can hit. So it's like, the target is meant to be, is set to be hit. So very exciting.
Achievable.
Yeah, achievable. So that's for my personal life in 2021. For Ouch My Money, I'm quite grateful and appreciative of this platform for Ouch My Money because, I always say in the show, in some of the other episodes, that I'm quite a hermit. I don't really read a lot of news. I don't talk to a lot of people. But this is the place where I, gather information, the social news from Denise, the information from Chunho, and all the other bits and pieces from Douglas, everything else put together. It gives me a lot of information. Yeah, so yes, very appreciative for everything that's being shared in this platform, especially for me. Yeah.
Wow,
So that's
yeah.
yeah.
So my turn.
Yeah. Yes, go, Chunho.
I think I'm going to talk long, man, like that. Wow. There's a few things I want to talk about. The first one is definitely similar to what Denise has talked about, which is the NFT. But I want to start off with cryptocurrency. I mean, cryptocurrency in 2021 actually has skyrocketed. It came into prominence and it kept rising. Bitcoin rose to quite high level, although it has dropped off a little bit more. It actually went to $60 over, and then not $60 over, $60,000 over dollars. And then you have dropped off now. It's about 50, maybe it's slightly lower than 50,000 already. But having said that, I am still not comfortable with cryptocurrency, and I still don't see real value in cryptocurrency, and I still feel that governments are going to come in to either ban or regulate it, and there are still a lot not sure about. There's a lot of uncertainty about it, so it will continue to fluctuate, and it's going to be a volatile investment assets. However, I really like the technology behind cryptocurrency, which is blockchain. I see a lot of value in blockchain. I've talked about blockchain a lot of times, and I like blockchain. And from blockchain, that's where the NFT came about. Initially, I was wondering what people are going to do with NFTs, but when the paintings and the all those people doing collectibles start creating collectibles and digital paintings through NFT, then I suddenly realized that makes a lot of sense, because it actually made it a auditable or something that is virtual, but at the same time, it is locked into the blockchain, and everybody knows that this person is the original owner of that particular NFT. So it actually makes a lot of sense, and NFTs being collectibles actually makes a lot of sense. And I suddenly realized that there's a lot of value for NFT going forward. However, collectibles are also, like all physical collectibles out in the world, are also, what do you call that? It's based on people's sentiments. So the value will go up and down as well. So some people are like, well, for some period they were like these paintings and all those things, and then some period the person don't like the artist anymore, the value of it will drop. So things like that will happen. But in any case, it made a lot of sense. So commercially, a lot of big companies are jumping to the NFT. And of course, when the metaverse comes about, which we already know that eventually this virtual reality thing is going to come about, but for it to come about in this sense, and with NFTs merging into it, we actually see how the future may look like with NFT. Cryptocurrency may eventually end up in the virtual world as well, being a form of currency that will be traded in use in the virtual world or in the metaverse. But we have to always be mindful that nations or countries or governments will eventually step in, because governments wants to regulate currency. Governments want, or countries with their whoever that's ruling the country will want a control of the currency. And if suddenly that this world that can have its own currency and they can trade and do business in there without the country government having a say in it, they will feel that they're losing control. So they will find some way to regulate. Because if you think about it, currency is a sovereignty to a particular government in the real world, in the physical world, because that is where they can control whether a particular company can come to my country to do business. Now, if you can come into my country using some currency that I cannot regulate and do business, I have no control. So they will not like that. So we already know that China has banned it. India said that they're going to regulate it, and Russia is about banning and regulating it in a way already. So we just have to see. But regardless, going into 2022, the metaverse is something to watch. It is something very exciting. It is almost similar to the internet. This is going to be the internet in 3D. So the other thing that happened in 2021, which I want to talk about, is of course the pandemic. Pandemic started in 2020, but it actually went all the way into 2021, and we were actually very excited when when Moderna and Pfizer suddenly in the beginning of the year came out with the vaccine, and everybody's so excited, and the whole world is like, wow, this year is going to be the reopening year, things are going to reopen because the vaccine is here and all that stuff. And I like, where got so fast? Where got so fast? Because the vaccine is coming out early part of the year, but it takes time to inoculate everybody, and there are all these anti-vaxxers out there, and it will take time. So you will take time before people are vaccinated. And I was thinking that 2021 cannot be the reopening year. You will take at least the whole year to get it through and distribute and produce and all those stuff. And of course, then the different variants came in, and it wreaked havoc again. Initially, there's Delta, then there's Beta, and then there's there's Alpha, then there's Beta, and then there's Delta. And then now, of course, recently is the Omicron one. But of course, there's one thing I also want to highlight is that in between Delta and Omicron, there was a respite. There's a small period where there was a calm. And then a lot of countries started to open up a little bit, have vaccinated travel lanes and all those things. And there was a window where people actually can start going out without wearing masks, especially in UK, parts of Europe. And no quarantine required. And of course, that was when I actually went to UK. Okay, we have an UK, and there was a window of opportunity, and just when I left, everything was so fine. And the moment I was coming back, Omicron hit, and I came back just in time before the restrictions for Omicron was implemented in UK. So I came back just in time before I was. Otherwise, I have to be like, I have to do, even coming back to Singapore, I have to do testing every every day, and then on the third and seventh days, I'm going to be tested again and all stuff. So I was fortunate that I come back in time, but like everything else, there's always a window. And then if you are able to catch that window, you will capture the opportunity. And I managed to travel during the time. And now we're back in Singapore, and Singapore now taking a look at actually it's not just Singapore, and then worldwide, everybody has been reviewing what Omicron can do, and they're actually figuring out that if you are vaccinated and you've had the booster, even if you catch the variant, it is going to be mild. So only for those that is fully vaccinated, and especially for those that is boosted, if you catch it, it's going to be mild. But if you are not vaccinated, don't play with the variant. Don't go out there and try to test it, okay? You're going to get hit and you're going to come down with a very severe symptoms. It's no joke. It's not saying that it is not milder than Delta. But if you are vaccinated or have a booster, your symptom is going to be mild. Okay, that's why there's not so many people in the hospital. But otherwise, we're going to live with this COVID for years to come, because
Forever.
after this Omicron, I don't think it's going to go away. It's just going to
No lah,
continue
forever. Yeah.
to mutate, and then we have another. It's going to be in years to come. We're going to say, oh, okay, COVID season coming. Okay, have you get your COVID jab again? And it's not like, it's just like flu. No, every time that flu season coming, have you had a flu jab and all those things? Instead of doing that, we're like, oh, flu season, COVID season coming. Have you had the flu and COVID jab? And eventually we can have one jab for both. That could happen. So we're just going to live with it. So that's how things are going to be. And if we think life is going to go back to normal, no, it's not ever going to go back to what we used to know. It's going to go back to a way we will still open up. We will still learn how to get back to socializing and all that stuff, but it will be in a different manner, because we have to be more concerned about spreading diseases, because COVID is not going to be the only disease that's going to spread. Eventually, there'll be more coming, okay? Especially with the change in the weather, hot, cold. I don't know what else is going to come, especially if the population continues to increase, and then we are tearing down the habitats of all the other animals, and all these other viruses is going to start jumping in our habitat as well. So more will come. So it's not saying that 2022 will be bad, but it's just that we're just going to be prepared. And for what we learn, being prepared is a good thing. We must always be prepared for the uncertainties that's going to come. We never know what is going to happen, but we must be prepared to act or have some resources to back ourselves up in case of any uncertainties. I think that's the biggest learning in 2021. Be prepared. Yeah. So, yes, back to you, Denise.
No, my last verse is be prepared, is it?
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Mine is don't be stupid.
Yeah, don't be stupid. Don't be
you can
stupid.
tell
Prepare.
You can tell the level of intelligence, the difference in the level of intelligence there. I think that's about it for us. If you happen to watch this and you have your own reflections and reviews and things that you have learned from or things that we have spoken about at that has sparked your interest and incited you to go and like learn new things or look it up, etc., then drop us in the comments below. And I guess we will see you in January. Are we doing last words for this episode? Or
We're going to do last words for the last words of the last word of the year.
Wow, I love the last words. Okay.
no, my last word is basically just don't be stupid, lor. Seriously.
Yeah, my
My
last word is,
catchphrase.
my last word is be prepared.
Really
Why
last
you
words,
there?
at least.
Okay, we are fortunate. We are fortunate this year. A lot of the governments all over the world took up money to support us. What if
Mm.
next year or next time a pandemic hit and the government doesn't do anything to support you?
Or is
You need
unable
to
to
support yourself.
support.
You need to stay ready.
Yeah, really. Or maybe unable to support because like how much can they support? There's also a limit, right?
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten a vaccine yet, and if you can and have not gotten your vaccine yet, don't be stupid. Go and get it done. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's free now. Okay. Soon they will start charging you tens of thousands for it. Then good luck to you,
Yeah.
my non-friend.
If you're not vaccinated and you get sick, too bad. You have no government is going to help you.
Really, it's too
Take money
bad. Seriously. I mean,
What?
like, if chose,
They
I
say
say
if
really,
you're
it's
not
too bad.
vaccinated, you cannot work in Singapore or something.
Yeah.
The
Even
employee.
there was a meme one. Then now people start to Google how to become unvaccinated.
Oh, really?
Because people don't want to go back to office. And I'm thinking, no, but it's a meme lah. So I think it's a joke. It's not real. Like people really go and search.
Yeah,
Like, because how can you be unvaccinated once your vaccine is vaccinated? If you are searching how to be unvaccinated, then you're more stupid than I thought. Please don't be stupid, okay? Just go and be vaccinated, okay, and look for a new job that allows remote working. There's a lot of opportunities out there now, actually. So go and just go and look it up. And I guess that's it from us. Last words of the last words. And Rachel has quietly sip or own self type in her last words. Be flexible to adapt fast. Okay.
Yeah, own self typing. So don't need to say, yeah.
Actually, yours can be 2 words. Be flexible. So don't be stupid. Be prepared. Be flexible. Okay, I think. I think that's our last words for 2021. It has been a great year, and we look forward to seeing you in January 2022. That's when we'll be seeing our viewers, right? 2022. Let go. Bye.
Yay.